I want to ask parents, why do you not like giving your kids the documents that they deserve that's rightfully theirs, like their social security, their birth certificate, any document that would help them get an apartment, would help them get a house, would help them get a job? Like, you want to hoard that stuff like it's yours. Because as soon as you give that to your kids, it's like you lose all control of them. Because it's like, you know that they cannot move on in life without those documents. You cannot get an apartment without your birth certificate, your social security card, anything like that. You can't even apply for certain things without those things. You can't get an ID without certain things. So it's like, I always wondered, because my mother did not like giving me my stuff. And then finally I just took it one day. And I'm seeing other videos. There's this lady whose mother literally was like getting mad at her and freaking out at her because she kept trying to get into this bag to get her documents so that she can go get an apartment. And the mom was literally like, it was in Spanish. Her mom was literally getting mad because she was trying to grab them from her. Why do a lot of parents not want to give you your documents? Because it's like, to me, I feel like it's out of control. Because they know that their kid could do better than them. They know that their kid will never come back. And I know a lot of parents deep down inside know that they treated their kids horribly. But they sit up here and they take the things that can make their kids basically move on and never talk to them again and never forgive them. Because it's like, out of a sense that your kids need you only for those things. So you need to feel needed. Because you know goddamn well that as soon as your kids have their documents, they're gone. And you no longer have control, because you don't even have control over your own life. So you need to control your child's life, because you need to control something. Why? Don't know. That's some trauma that you didn't figure out. But if you have children and you're holding their documents away from them, even after the age that they are now can be responsible for their stuff, you need to go get therapy. Your kids are not yours to control. You might have had them, but they are human beings. Okay? All right. If you think beating your kids into submission is going to work, you are lost, and you lost your damn mind. Because you beating your kids is not going to bring them into submission and make them do what you want them to do. It's going to make them have resentment towards you, and they're going to make your life a living hell. For the ones who, decide out of nowhere, like, they're not going to stop hitting me, so I'm going to just start crashing out with them. I'm going to start putting my hands on you too. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to just start doing whatever I want. You'll get tired of it. You'll get tired. You're going to meet them type of kids. And then you think putting your hands on your kids to, like, have them submit to you is a way for them to, like, know certain things and understand certain things. Like, oh, if I tell you not to touch a hot stove, I'm not telling you why not to touch it. I just told you don't touch it because I said so. You going to get curious as a child, and you going to go touch it. So then what happens? You touch it, you cry, you're burned, your hands are burned, and then you get your ass whooped. Because they told you not to touch it, but they never gave you a reason on why. So you got curious, like kids do. They get curious and start doing things. But why are you mad when you didn't teach your kids why not to touch it? But instead you beat them and think that at the end of the day, they're supposed to understand why you said not to touch it. You don't want to have to teach your kids nothing. You just think beating them into submission is going to make them learn, which that doesn't do anything. You just don't know how to do what you're supposed to do as a parent because you never wanted to be a parent. And that's okay, you can admit it. But if you don't want to be a parent, don't be out here doing things like have unprotected sex. Because at that moment, you asking for to have a kid.
You just shut up? Can you shut up? Do you know how worthless you are? Do you understand how irritating it is for me to sit here and have to hear you whine and complain about your life? All you do is go to school and come home. What is the problem? Why do you always talk about depression and all this other shit that I don't care about? I don't care. Figure that shit out. If I had to, you can too. My parents weren't there for me whenever I was going through my depression or whatever when I was younger. Like, damn, why are you always sad? Just get over it.
So why did you tell me that I can come tell you how I feel if when I do come tell you, you snap like this? Like, you could have just told me that you weren't in the mood for me to express to you how I was feeling, Ma. That's all.
Hard being your mom because you were always so needy. You're always so naggy. You're always going through something. Something's always wrong with you. You always feel like the only way out is to die. My goodness, life can't be that hard. If I can make it, so can you.
I just needed a little bit of support, Ma. I didn't know that I was nagging you. I'm sorry. Or like, I didn't know that I was bugging you. I don't know what you want from me. Because when I was your age, I had to figure it out. You act like you can't figure it out? My gosh. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. When you use God against your kids, it's another type of manipulation. Because let me tell you something. As a person who believes in the Lord, when you sit up here and you tell your kids, oh, God gonna tell me everything. God shows me what you're doing, so you cannot lie to me. You are manipulating your kids. You're using the Lord to manipulate your kids. That's not what the Lord is intended for. So when I see that parents, and I be hearing that shit, talking about some parents, I'll be like, oh, well, if you do this, God gonna tell me. You know, because me and God are this close.
He's not going to tell you. Don't sit there and use God against your kids because you were manipulating and you want to know every single thing that your kid is doing because you don't trust your kids. Because you were once a kid and you were probably out there wild and doing whatever you were doing. But the moment that you use God to put fear into them like that, you're causing another type of hate in their heart. Not only for God, but for you. You will never get your kids to trust you. You will never get your kids to sit there and talk to you the way that you want them to talk to you because you're manipulating them. You're using something against them. Just like how a lot of parents be like, oh, well, you know what? If you lock your door, I'm just going to take your door. What is with the controlling, y'all? Why do y'all feel like you have to control your kids? If you raise them right, I guarantee you, if you have an open-ass space with your kids, they're not going to sit there and lie to you. Ever. You know why? Because you made that space for them to tell you whatever they're going through. I have had people, my friends whose parents were so open with them that their friends will sneak out, but they knew that they can call their parents. Because their parents wasn't going to be like, you know what, since this, you're going to stay there, you're going to find your way home. But you're using God against your own kids for them to abide by your rules is not the way to do it. Because I promise you, you're going to have them rebel against you even more. Hitting your kid in the face, I never understood because I used to get smacked in my face, double-sided cheek, like boom, boom, boom. Or sometimes just one-handed with a smack, and it will literally deteriorate me as a person. The anger that rushed out because I wanted to smack the shit out of you now, and I couldn't, was so torturing. I never understood why parents would smack their kids in the face. Smack me in my ass. Smack me in my arm. Like, well, why my face? Why is my face the main target that you just want to hit? It's like, and as soon as they smack you, they get angrier if you kind of look like you can take it, or they get mad if they actually physically hurt you. I remember one time I got smacked in the face so hard it like not busted my eardrum, but they smacked me in the ear while they smacked my face, and literally my hearing went out and my ear was hurting so bad. I fell down because I couldn't like hold my balance no more, because if you don't know that if you get hit in the ear or one ear goes out, you kind of lose your balance. And it literally like, I was like, I can tell that the person felt bad, but I can tell that their anger overrided that feeling of feeling bad because they didn't want to have to apologize for it. They just wanted you to just take it. I never understood why parents smack their kids in the face. I would never. Like, looking at my little sister now, why would I smack you in the face? Like, I cannot actively look at her and get mad and just wham. It doesn't correlate. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why I would do that. I never understood that because I'm just like, bro, you don't have to smack your kid in the face, but the fact that you do that, I feel like it's like a power trip, like for them to know, like, yeah, I can smack you in your face and you can't do nothing about it. And I feel like there's a lot of parents who like think they're the main character or a narcissist or whatever the case may be. They feel like smacking you in the face is like a power trip. You can't do nothing. I'm older than you. I'm bigger than you. What are you gonna do? So it's so disheartening to see like and hear other people talk about like, yeah, my mom and my dad or my uncle, whoever, used to smack me so hard in the face and I had to sit there and take it. I was like, me too. And that's like a feeling you'll never understand unless you actually get smacked in the face. And then you either can't cry, or if you do cry, you get smacked even harder. People forget that I'm like a normal human being, and that sometimes when I see some of y'all's comments and it sounds real ignorant, I want to cuss you out. I don't though, only for the simple fact that I know it's wrong. But some of y'all really are ignorant. You know that, right? Like, some of y'all are airheads. Some of y'all do not have the brain capacity to understand that it's not just about you, it's about other people too. And then some of y'all have some ignorant comments to it. And I swear, with everything in me, you gonna meet a person in real life who is either gonna put their hands on you or really hurt your feelings. Because a lot of y'all, I can tell, have never even been in a fight and don't know how to hold your mouth, or who have been in a fight and still talk because you're just ignorant. And if nobody's ever told you how to shut the hell up. With that being said, some of y'all really need to sit down and really think about how you treat people, because one day you might not get the karma that you're looking for, but your family or your kids one day might get it. So you need to be careful on what you say and how you treat people, because everybody always gets what's coming to them at the end of the day. It does not matter.